Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Live 65. She is in the building. Clap Them Thighs, available on all platforms now. Big Homie Tyni, welcome to the show. How's everything going?
Everything is wonderful. How's everything going with you?
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's going well. So how you feeling about the new single? I did check it out. I listened to it. I know it's a club banger. I could just tell by the vibe already. How you feeling about
It's definitely one of my favorite songs I made so far.
it?
And I love the response that I'm getting for it. And yeah, like everywhere in Florida, they love it. They like
Yeah.
it in Atlanta. So yeah, I just love it. Everybody loves it.
How do you look back on your record Jelly? Because Jelly was the one that really put you over the top and people got the introduction to you. So are you constantly battling now that you have to overcome that huge record?
Yeah, it's kind of a battle, but I know that song is gonna I know Clap Dem Thighs is definitely gonna go bigger than Jelly because it's more of a everybody can dance to it record.
Mm. No, I
But
agree.
it's a lot.
I agree. When I turned it on, I said, "Yeah, this is definitely going crazy in the clubs." Now, who are some of the areas that are really taking off with it besides Atlanta? Because you know how DJs are; they're always going to be tapped in on what the new records are. So, where are some of the areas that are, maybe you even be surprised about that's picking up the new record?
Um, well, I'm not surprised about Florida, but I love
Of
that they
course.
picking up on it. um, I think I saw Louisiana on it.
Okay.
Um, and what really surprised me is Australia.
Wow. Yeah, you got the overseas now.
Yeah, so I love that.
Yeah. Are you planning on going maybe on tour eventually here? I heard that you're going to be working on an EP. This is something that you want to work on.
I do plan on going on tour. I'm trying to be on everybody's tour and my own tour. And an EP, I do want to work on an EP, but I don't know. I think I want to keep dropping singles first,
Mm.
and then gradually go into my EP when like the fans are ready. Oh
Yeah, I get
no.
that. Now, are you because you're so big into the club records, but is there another side of you that you want to show in your music besides just club records? Is that
Oh yeah,
what you're gonna want to tap into?
definitely. I consider myself more of a hip hop pop artist
Mm.
because I love pop music. I like the pop side, and I like concerts. I like performing. So I just feel like pop is where I should be, to be honest. So yeah, that's the other side of me that people don't know. They just think I'm just ratchet, just a ratchet rump shaker.
Oh my God. Uh, but when we look at what's the current state of Atlanta right now? Because I mean, they always say that it's the number one place in hip hop right now. So how are you feeling about just as an artist maneuvering through that scene right now?
Oh, we always gonna be number one.
Yeah.
But I love my city, so it's just the support just got to be there. Everybody got to support everybody to make it here.
I agree. So I know some of your influences early on were Outkast, and you're also tapped into the R&B lane too with Luther Vandross. I heard that was someone that you listened to growing up. So are you looking to do some R&B collaborations?
I already got some.
Oh, you got some already? Oh, wow. How about
Yes,
some
but
new
I do want
ones?
to do way more. I want to do a lot more.
Is there
So,
any artists in mind that you're looking to collaborate with in the future?
like
R
R&B or just all together?
R&B.
R&B. Um, I definitely want to. Have you ever heard of Tone Stiff?
I've heard of yeah.
Yes, I want to collab with him. I want to collab with Nick Lavelle, T Royal. Like, it's a lot of R&B artists I would love to collab with.
I know for hip hop you want to work with Nicki Minaj, Drake, Lil Baby. I did hear about that.
Cardi
So
B.
yeah. Yeah, you I already know that you're tapped into that. But there's something that was interesting me learn about you is that you want to work on an all-female tape.
Yes.
I
Yes,
think
I do.
that'll shake up the game.
I want it. It has to. Like, I just love fun women. I like fun people, period. But fun women is like, you can't beat that. And so why not bring all the fun women on one EP or one mixtape and just have a ball? Let them
And
rock out to it.
no, I agree. That, like I said, that'll be huge to have a women's movement, especially on a tape. That'll be big, and I know that's going to make major waves for you. But because I want to speak on Stroud, because meeting with him, he was the one that really put you on the path right now. He told you to get in that booth. So get into the story because I believe that you were doing some backup dancing for an artist, and that's how you got linked up with him. So if you could tell that story for the people who may not know it already, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, so before the music, I was a backup dancer for another artist. And that's how I met Stroud because Stroud was producing for this artist. And me and Stroud just like we clicked because we were both funny, we were both cool. And so one day he just told me to get in the booth and I just said, okay, like let's do it. And it's just been history from there. We made my first record called I forgot what it's called. Oh, Slay My Hair. And then
Mm,
we made Jelly, which was the hit.
the big one. Yeah. And that you were with Warner during that time. So how did Warner gain traction of it? Was it just through social media and just what happened with that? Because you're not still with them anymore?
I'm a free
Mm.
agent.
Wow. So what happened there? Was it just a single deal or was it just something that they did give you a contract if you feel free sharing and then you just wanted to be independent?
It was just a single deal. Just
Okay.
done. You want it done. and we just called it a day. It did what it was supposed to do. So that's all we could ask for.
It did. It had the impact.
It had a huge impact. It changed a lot of lives.
It seems as though that you're happy being a free agent, but is a deal something that you want? Do you want like a long-term deal or do you just like having the creativity as an independent?
I love having the creativity as an independent, but I also want the money and the push from a deal, the promotion and stuff from a deal. And but I want to be able to keep all my masters.
Mm. Yeah, that's the main thing. A
So,
lot of times people sign over publishing and then they don't get to keep that and then they're fighting that back for years and years. They have to sell their catalog. I think Future did that. We see that with a lot of artists.
exactly. And I don't know if I want to go through that.
No, no.
That sounds like a lot.
It does. It's a lot, and it's terrible what artists go through. But I did want to get into not only just the music side of things, but you also do some acting as well. So what got you into the acting game?
To be honest, I don't know what got me into acting because I was a horrible actress. I started off horrible. I still feel like I'm horrible sometimes, but if it's a role that I know how to play, then I can do it. Like the Ratchet Girl or the It Girl. But I don't. People just started pushing me, like adding me into stuff and trying to push me past my limit, and I guess that just boosted me as a really as an artist and as an actress.
Mm.
So
It's interesting to just learn about your life story. Why do you think it is that? Because I feel as though like you're 100% confident in yourself and you know that you're talented, but how come it's more people around you that see what you have and they push you more than you just going after the acting? It's the people around you that see it.
I mean, cause I don't know, cause maybe I don't know. I don't see it. I don't really see everything like you know how you're like in the stands and somebody else is playing in the game and you can see what they did wrong. They should have passed it to this person, but they couldn't see that person, but you can see when you understand. That's
I
how
get
it is. Like I'm out on the court, I'm point guard trying to see who's open and what I can do. And then the people in the stands is like, pass it to da 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 or pass it to them. And I'm like, I don't see them. And so yeah, it's just kind of how it is. I don't know how to really put it in that perspective, but
I get it. No, but it's good. I think it's more important too for the people to recognize your talent on the outside because that's how you know you're doing something right at the end of the day.
yeah. Yes. Thank you.
So as far as movies go, are you linking now, especially with acting? Are you looking to get an agent? Are you kind of going that route
Not yet. Not yet. I'm just doing the free agent thing all around.
all around?
Yeah, all around. If somebody wants to pick me up as an agent for the acting, I gotta see what it's talking about first
Mm.
and what they've done for other people.
I agree with that. Yeah, because there's a lot of agents out there that represent a lot of scrubs. I'm just going to keep it real with that, and then they act like
Mhm.
they're bigger than they are, and they don't really have a resume of getting a lot of the big names out there. You want to get with someone that has some legitimacy in the game that could help you out, just as they helped out the other
Exactly.
legends. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do my research every time. Every
Yeah,
time.
no, you need to. Yeah, because you can't trust these. Yeah, I've turned down a lot of agent deals myself just by seeing their resume and roster, and a lot of it's BS that they try to sell a lot of the creatives in the industry. And if you
Hmm.
think that you're bigger than everyone on their roster, then you probably are, and you shouldn't be taking that deal. That's how you got to look at it.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I'm from Scamlana, so I know everything that goes around.
But I heard when you were younger, you were into the sports scene. You were playing sports when you were younger.
Yes, I played basketball my whole life.
Wow. Yeah, I did hear about that. Did you ever consider going pro?
I mean, now that I'm older, I wish I did
Mm,
keep going and like kept my grades right. My grades were they were up and down, but I just wanted to skip school a lot.
yeah,
I
I
wanted to
get
hang out
that.
with the older kids, and so it was just bad on that
Mm.
part. I should have stayed in school and kept my grades up and paid attention, so I could have kept playing basketball. But yeah, and then I switched schools a lot, so it was just hard to stay on one basketball team and move and make friends with other basketball teams. But yeah, I mean, I guess it worked out that I didn't play basketball anymore because
No,
I'm here.
yeah, you're successful in entertainment, and you know a lot of times because I know there's a lot of people that worship athletes out there, and it's tough. It's probably one of it's probably the toughest avenue to really break into, even more in entertainment, because you're there's very little odds of you being a starter in the game, and plus there's a lot of
Hmm.
risk of injury because if you get a serious injury within your first career game or year, you're done, and you got to have a backup
Exactly.
plan, and a lot of people don't have that, and it's basically you're pretty much over from there, unfortunately. And it's good, better not to have all those injuries and just make it successful elsewhere. That's what I always say to people.
If I get injured in the music business, it's just gonna go viral,
Yeah,
and it's gonna be more booking.
exactly. Yeah, and it's better off that way. But as far as for the acting thing, because I did want to touch more on that, is there a role? Because I know you said you like to play roles that you feel more comfortable in, but what are some roles that you haven't been able to really perceive and kind of portray that side of you yet? Or some is there some roles that you see yourself doing that people haven't seen that side of you?
Um, I see myself. I think I can do any kind of role.
Mm.
I'm just not. I'm not a good crier yet, so I don't know how to cry on the spot yet. But if they give me like some eye drops or something, I could, I could do it. But that's probably the only role that I can't really see myself doing is like a very intense gotta cry role.
Mm.
Not yet.
I think it's more if you put yourself, I think you kind of have to remember, and it's crazy to think because actors do it. You kind of have to think about of a traumatic event that you went through in your life that made you
Hmm.
cry and just take yourself back to that moment and relate to it and almost live within the character, even though you're reliving that moment and thinking back to that kind. I think that's the best way to portray an emotional scene. Has there kind of ever been a movie that's made you feel emotional? Has there ever been? Because that would be the perfect thing to nail an audition. If there was ever a movie scene and they told you, "Can you perform this monologue?" I think that would make you that would help you nail that role.
Well, my favorite movie is Freedom Riders, so
Okay, yeah,
that one that's an emotional movie, and The Blind Side is emotional.
yeah,
So I like those kind of movies.
yeah. See, if you could come up with something from one of those movies, one of the emotional scenes, and you perform that in audition, I'm sure you'll pull some roles.
Yeah, I gotta definitely sit in the mirror and try because that's hard for me.
Yeah.
That is hard.
But besides, because you got the new single out, "Clap Them Thighs" now, 2024. How's the energy feeling around this year? Because it's blowing by quick, but we still got about 4 months left. So what are you looking to achieve by the end of this year?
Do we got 4 months left? It feels like we only got one,
Yeah,
but
exactly. It's going by so quick.
the energy is great. It could all everything could always be better, of course, but the energy is great. Um, I'm about to start a challenge. It's a creativity challenge for $600, and we're gonna boost it up even more. Like I want to see all the momentum on TikTok and Instagram and see if they really like the song. Like how many views can everything get? How many streams? Are people gonna really buy
I
it?
think that. How do you feel streams versus purchasing? Because I'm someone that still purchases music. Do you feel as though there's really because you hear like you get cents off of streams, you barely make anything. So, what is the? How do you feel about streams versus downloading in this era?
Of course, I would love for people to download
I
because you get
download. I
more
don't believe
money.
in streaming.
But it's just so much easier to stream because all you gotta do is pay this little subscription and you can stream whatever song you want. And you just get little cents off that what, like, I don't know, 4 cents off
Yeah,
of
it's
a
very
stream.
low.
Yeah. But shoot, if somebody keeps the phone repeating it every day, all day, every day, it's cool. because all you need is that first little 30 seconds and you get the money.
You're right. Yeah, you got to take advantage of whatever you can get, pretty much. It's unfortunate that's how like creatives, the struggles that they have to go through. But I did hear that you like to paint.
Who told you that?
So when did this passion start?
It started when I was a kid. I was young. I wasn't really into the whole crayon thing because I like messy stuff. Like I was the mud pie girl. So I like to paint. So I would like just paint whatever I could, to be honest. And then I started like sketching and then painting over that, and then everything just started getting better. And it's just like you can paint what's on your mind thing, and
Hmm.
you don't have to care about if it's wrong or right, if you're doing it right or whatever. And so yeah, I like that.
Have you thought about implementing that into even some of your music videos or even doing kind of like an art gallery or an art book?
I did.
Yeah.
I do plan on painting a few things for one of the songs I have coming up.
Ooh,
And I'm gonna put all my paintings in the video. And yeah,
I
y'all just
like
gotta
that.
y'all gotta wait and see
Yeah.
that.
I mean, with the music you make and just everything learned about you, I do want your opinion. What's your thoughts now? Because I talk to a lot of artists and about the dating scene now. They talk about it because the men usually, oh, the women are toxic, and then the women go, oh, the men are toxic. Everyone feels as though that there's just not a steady relationship anymore. What are your thoughts on just the what people are calling the just the disaster of a dating scene right now, and how do you think things could be better?
Well, the dating scene is definitely it's definitely horrible. Like
It is.
especially living in Atlanta, it's horrible. Well, it's like some people still want the 80s and 90s love. Meanwhile, this Gen Z done got to everybody's head. And so it's like it's hard to find real love when everybody's on social media thinking that it's supposed to be something else. And it's like, dang, can we just get off of social media and have real life for a second? Like flowers, dates, picnics, regular stuff. I don't want to have to broadcast everything, go live, and it's just too much.
Yeah,
Everything
I
for
did
likes
think
and
about
views.
that. I do think about that. My generation, because my generation and younger, they're all into Tinder and all this stuff, and just they don't really believe in relationships. I'm someone that still does. It's rare for me. I mean, I carry myself I'm still, born in the '90s. I still carry myself that way, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not like that anymore. And then apparently, the artists that I have on my show and the people I talk to, they want, like you said, that '80s and '90s real love, but it's not the climate anymore. And I did think about that, just how it affects the older generations now that they're on social media, and it's now that they're kind of brainwashed into that's how the culture is, and they're following that trend. It's
Yes.
not good.
Exactly. It's not good at all. Like I'm touching 30. I'm ready to be in a relationship, settle down, have kids, have a
Yeah.
family. Like I don't wanna, oh, we gotta let's have a pretend family and do TikToks and uh like
It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm telling you, it's awful what's going on
yes.
with the current scene right now. I hope things get better, and hopefully collaborations between you and Rihanna in the future. Let's speak that in existence. That
Yes, let's
helps.
speak it. Let's speak it again. Let's speak it again.
What is it about? I mean, Rihanna is one of the greatest of all time, but what is it that draws yourself to want to collaborate with her out of every? Because you could work with Beyonce if you want to. I mean, there's other names you could have mentioned, but what is it about Rihanna that you want to work with her?
Rihanna, she's just different. Like she's like the oddball,
Mm.
like in the best way possible. And she just doesn't care. And I love that because I was an oddball and I didn't care. I still don't care. I'm still different. I just don't care.
Mm.
And I just feel like we would click on that. Like we're different, but we like each other. I don't know. I just love her.
What's your favorite Rihanna song?
Ooh, my favorite Rihanna song. I don't know. I like I like them all.
Yeah.
Probably. Hmm. I don't know. I think Stay.
Stay.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
love
huge
Stay.
one. I like
Yeah.
her old stuff. I like Disturbia. I remember when that came out. That was big.
That was
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
People still perform to that song like cheerleading wise.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's always going to be out there. It's always going to be on the charts.
Yes, I love that song. I love her.
Yeah.
Rihanna, if you're listening, watching this, anything, I love you.
But as far as producers go, is there any other producers that you're looking to want to get in the studio with?
Well, of course, I'm gonna always keep Stroud around. That's my
Stroud,
dog
yeah,
forever.
Stroud's the guy.
Well, I do want to work with Twisted Genius, 30 Rock. Um, is would Calvin Harris be considered a producer?
Yeah, you could consider him. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely want to work with him. Then, what about the Chainsmokers? They're
Yeah.
considered
Oh, that's
producers.
okay. That's interesting. Yeah, you want to work
Yeah,
with them? That's out of the box.
yes, I want to work with them. Um, I want to work with Beat Monster KC. It's a lot of producers I want to work with. Like, yeah,
Yeah, no, I like that. You know, you're not staying just tapped into the one scene, especially in hip hop. You want to do out of the box. That's good to
yeah.
really make you stick out.
I want to do everything. Like, definitely want to go pop because I listen to more pop than I do hip hop.
Mm.
I only listen to hip hop when I'm in the club.
Do you feel as though pop is more diverse? Because I feel as though, because when you look at hip hop, I mean, when I look at how Atlanta's sound has evolved, because it's almost because Outkast, even though they're in Atlanta, they always had that New York, you know, because everyone took from New York back in the day, but they did it in their own way where everywhere was lyrical to the point where they were trying to follow in New York, but they created their own sound off of New York, which is kind of strange when you look at it compared to now, because now everyone's trying to copy the Atlanta sound.
I mean, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Everybody is definitely copying our sound now.
Yeah.
They're running with it. But I I never thought about how they took like New York stuff.
Yeah, I feel as though when you look at back in the day with New York, because everyone tried to, because they were the trendsetters, and you had LA hip hop going crazy with NWA, and we know all the legends that
Mhm.
came out of there. Then when you look at Houston and Scarface and all them, and they were always really lyrical, and then Outkast was really lyrical, and then they had the melodies, and it was all branched off of New York to now where everything's all branched off of Atlanta.
Yeah, I just felt like Outkast was just different from
Yeah,
everybody.
they were.
Like they had their own sound. When they came on the radio or anything, you could tell it was them.
Yeah,
But
Aquemini. What was your top Outkast album?
I know it's gonna sound weird, but Idlewild, did you see that movie?
Which movie?
Idlewild.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen scenes of it.
It's yeah, that was my favorite album. And it had my favorite song on it, which was Morris Brown.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, Outkast is definitely legends. Have you had the chance to see them? Like, I know they've been broken up a long time, but did you ever get the chance to see them perform or even just around in the area, being that you're from Atlanta?
Um, yeah, I've seen Three Stacks in person before. I've never seen Big Boy in person yet, but hopefully I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never got to see them perform, unfortunately. But hopefully I can, work something out and get a song with them too.
Yeah, what do you think it's? I mean, because it's deep. Do you ever see them getting back together? Do you ever see that? I think it's possible, but it's been so long. Do you ever see the reunion there?
um, I do see a reunion, but I don't think they would stay together. I think they would just come back together for a quick little 1-2.
Mm.
And I mean, that would be fine for us the fans. I would love to see it. Just I don't care if it's just for a one. Just come back.
Yeah, it would be big for hip hop and big
Yes,
for Atlanta, big for the group. It
huge.
would be huge.
So I'll be excited for that if they do.
It would be. So talk to me about this upcoming single that you got on the way because you mentioned the paintings. What are some things that you can reveal about what we're going to be getting with the upcoming vibe for this new single?
Well, that's another single. That's not the next single,
That's the
but it's
next.
another single.
Okay.
Yeah, the next single. Mm, the next single might be my pop single.
Mm.
So we're gonna see how the response is with that one, and hopefully, yeah, I want to make the video very whimsical. I don't
Mm.
know if that was the right word to use, but we're gonna stay whimsical.
Okay. Was this produced by Stroud too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
guy right there.
Yes.
What's the most important piece of advice that he's given you this far? Because I feel as though he's really been a mentor for you.
Yeah, I mean, just he tells me every day that I can do it. I can do
Mm.
everything. I can do anything. So I just gotta keep that embedded in my head because I just sometimes you just need a little reminder and reassurance, and he gives that to me. So when he says I can do anything, I'm Big Homie. It's like you're right. I can. I am.
Yeah, you got to keep that energy. I'm telling you, that's what's going to get
Yes.
you far. Yeah, you're definitely working with the right people.
Thank you.
Yeah. So where are you looking at? Because I know we talk about your performances and that you have the reach out in Australia. So where are you looking to potentially travel to next, as far as in the States, make more connections?
In the States,
Hmm.
in the States, I want to travel to Louisiana because I want to see in person, like if they're gonna respond well to the song.
Mm.
Um, I want to go to like California because I heard they be twerking out there. So I want to see if they really, can beat me. if they can, if they can stand up to these knees. I got tiny knees, not mega knees. I got real knees. These knees get low, low.
uh, But besides that, is there any other avenues of the industry you want to get into as far as fashion? Has ever thought about anything else outside the box? Maybe even with not even just like charities. I know people are big into all the reselling and getting into selling houses and real estate and all that stuff. I know you got to be careful with that because we see what was going on with some radio hosts in New York. We were not going to mention any names, but there were some controversies there. But are there some things that you want to get involved in outside of just the music industry?
I want to be involved in everything, to be honest. Like, you would definitely see my name on a lot more charity things,
Mhm.
charity events, like especially charity basketball games, um, the book bag giveaways, all that, the turkey giveaways. I want to be on everything. I want my name on everything. I want to be involved with everything. I don't want to just be the name on it. I want to be actually there, gloves on, helping, stuff like that. Because I was, I was once homeless, and so I know how it feels to not have. So I want to give
Mm,
when I have it.
that's
I ain't
big.
got it right now. I ain't got it right now, but I want to give it.
Yeah. I like that you never forgot where you came from, because a lot of times people do, and you see a lot of these guys out in Hollywood and they don't give back and they're just bitter, and you see they're miserable, and it's a
Mhm.
shame that because they were once a starving actor and they just don't care.
Exactly. Like, I don't like people who forget where they come from. Cause it's like you can be humbled real quick.
Yeah.
Do I need to show you that you can be humbled, or does somebody else?
Yeah. Even though
For real.
I do believe that you should be arrogant in this industry, because a lot of people try to test you. And I feel as though if you remain too humble, you may foil and fold on if there's a rejection in the industry. It's why you got to stay on 10 toes, and you got to know your worth. Because a lot of times people are going to try to test you in this industry.
Yeah, they definitely do, especially me being a girl in the industry. I get tested a lot, and then I gotta show them why they call me Big Homie.
Yeah, I like that. No, you do. Yeah, especially in a male I mean, do you feel as though that the hip hop is being more female dominant now?
Absolutely, we take
Yeah,
no.
I think that. Yeah, I agree with. I think that it's becoming more female dominant now.
Yes, we taking it all the way over, and I'm happy to join the gang. Yes,
It's-
female gang on the way.
so say if on this, because you want to put a female project together, who's a 90s or even early 2000s female hip hop artist you would want on this record if you could make that happen?
um, You said the 90s?
Yeah, 90s or even early 2000s.
Mm. A rapper?
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't know. I love me some Foxy Brown.
Yeah, Il
But
Nana,
I love me some her. Or Trina. I like,
Trina,
but
Eve.
that's not, well, she's 2000s. So wait, is Trina 2000s or 90s?
I'd say 2000s.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Trina. Um, yeah. I wish I could say Left Eye because I love Left
Yeah,
Eye.
Left Eye, rest in peace. Yeah, we lost her
Yes,
too soon.
yes, I love me some her. She was just the energy.
She was.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
How about
I
Eve,
never thought
Missy
about
Elliott?
that question.
Eve, Missy Elliott, maybe?
I love Missy Elliott, yes.
Yeah.
But she's just an all around creative.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with the music videos, when she was wearing the garbage bag. She was
Yes.
she was way ahead of her time. Yeah. Super duper
I
fly.
love me some her.
Yeah, can't stand the rain. Yeah.
Yes. So that she would definitely be like number one.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know who else to say. I don't know.
How do you feel? I got to ask you this because because social media is a big thing and just being a creative now. What are your thoughts on just the algorithms? Because I feel as though the algorithms really aren't benefiting the creatives anymore. I feel as though because I've heard a lot of artists tell me recently that the numbers aren't what they should be, even though the statistics are telling you differently. There's definitely a lot of shadow banning and a lot of things that the CEOs and the people in control of Instagram are doing
Mhm.
to oppress the creators on there.
Yeah, I don't know because my algorithm is all messed up,
Yeah.
like all the way. Like I got all these followers and I'm not getting the the looks that I
The
need
likes and the
that I'm supposed to be
comments,
getting.
yeah, it doesn't match
Yeah,
up. Yeah, that's
yeah. And
happened to a lot of people.
I'm like, these not fake followers now.
No,
So why are y'all not showing my stuff, my content? Then it's like stuff getting flagged. I could post a black box and it's gonna get flagged for bullying or something. I don't know. And it's just like it's just everything is just so sensitive now. Like you get flagged for anything.
no,
So
you do.
that messes up the algorithm too.
Even when you view the insights too, you'll only see it reaches a certain number of accounts, and it's like, whoa, I have way more of a following than that, and it's you're not
Yeah,
letting it reach all my followers.
exactly. And why am I not getting on the find me page or whatever it's called?
The explore page, yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
explore page.
I think that it's going to come to this. There's going to have to be someone that creates a new app just for creatives. I do believe that. And it has to be limited. I think a lot of times, a lot of people now, they're just so driven to do whatever it is for cloud chasing to get on. And it's sad. And they make more noise than the real creators do. And I think there's going to have to be a separate app eventually because I just think Instagram, what they're doing, not just Instagram, but X as well, they're doing it too.
Yeah, but I see why a lot of people migrate to TikTok. But TikTok, they getting strict.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. You have one little nip slip on accident, and it's like your page is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even know. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you type in hashtag breastfeeding, and it's just boobies galore.
Yeah, you know they're gonna they're gonna get that on there. You know they're gonna show
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I'm about to start doing hashtag breastfeeding.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to see your music, and then you'll get this discovered more. It's crazy what you have
Yeah.
to do to even get discovered. It's unbelievable. But I mean, Drake's been a hot topic this year. I know he's feuding with Kendrick, but what's the kind of song that you would want to make with Drake?
The kind of song I want to make with Drake is a hit.
Well, that's
I
pretty
don't
much
know.
every record he does now.
Exactly. I don't know. Probably. I don't. I think it would probably have to be a hip hop record because if I do a hip hop record with Drake, it's gonna go to the pop scene regardless. So might as well just do hip hop.
Yeah.
Have
That's
fun with it.
yeah, that's the best thing to do. I think either way, it's gonna work out.
Mm-hmm. Either way, he's a hit maker.
Yeah. No, he is. I know he gets a lot of hate. I'm not for like there are some things there I've seen with Drake why people don't like him, but I think it's getting to the point where it's too much. I think Little Yachty unfollowed him recently. I did see that, too many people are turning on him for no reason. I don't like how the whole industry just went on his back pretty much. They turned on him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like some underlying issues that we just don't know of yet, but he ain't did nothing to me yet, so we just gonna see.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you this, he may need some new friends, even though he said no new friends back in the day. He may need some new ones, so maybe you'll be a new friend.
I'm cool with that. Take me on the jet, take me on the yacht. Let's go. Let's pop some bottles, eat something, some Popeyes on the
Yeah.
jet.
uh, Big Homie
I'll be the
Tyni,
friend.
is there anything else that you have on the way that you didn't speak about? Anything else you want to let your fans know that we didn't cover here tonight?
Um, I do have a couple more movies coming out that
Ooh.
I'm in and also working on at the moment. I can't release the name of it,
Mm.
but it's pretty good acting in it. Pretty good actresses and actors in it. Um, and what else? Got some major collaborations coming
Ooh.
out. I can't I can't disclose those names either.
See?
Dang, I can't disclose nothing, but that's what I got coming.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of artists out there that don't have what you have on the way, and that's all that matters. So you're working, you got acting work on the way, and you got some big tracks coming.
Yes, huge. I
Yeah.
can't wait for y'all to hear it.
I'm looking forward to it. Big Homie Tyni, thank you for coming on the show here tonight. Shout out to L Nice. Shout out to Stroud. I got your new record, Clap Dem Thighs, in my rotation. Make sure you go check it out. Make sure you go download it. You got to go download the new single and let them know where
Yes,
they can follow you on Instagram and X. And let's make sure that the algorithms get the engagement right. Make sure that they can follow you on all the platforms.
everywhere y'all can follow me at Big Homie Tyni, and on TikTok it's the same thing, just with a one at the end, and all other pages are fake.
I like it. All right, Big Homie Tyni, thank you for coming on the show again. Until the next time, you're always welcome on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.